it downfield. It is. Oh, it's caught. John Moran in the clutch. Oh, my word. Oh, my God. Deep to right field. Way up there. And way down the sideline. Jefferson. Another huge run. Jalen Red broke tackle. Stayed on his feet.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Blake's Take here again. And the great Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan's right-hand man, has been wanting all the smoke as of recently, as he has been asserting his opinion loud and clear on various topics related to basketball. As you know, I have praised Kevin Durant over the course of these playoffs for his ability to rise to the occasion and put on historic, sensational performances that made everyone reevaluate who really is the best player on the planet. Some people, including myself, got turned over to the side of Durant after his 49-point clutch Game 5, an incredible effort in a 48-point showing in the Nets' Game 7 loss to the Bucks. However, some people still believe that LeBron still remains at the top of his throne. This was especially present for one Scottie Pippen, voicing his opinion on the matter when asked if KD has surpassed LeBron James as the best player in the world. His answer was LeBron James knows team basketball better than KD. KD can score better than LeBron, probably always have been able to. But has he surpassed LeBron? Nah. He tried to beat the Milwaukee Bucks instead of utilizing his team. You see what I'm saying? LeBron James would have figured out a way to beat that team, and he wouldn't have been exhausted, and he may have not have taken that last shot. But LeBron ain't KD, and KD ain't LeBron. KD is a shooter, a scorer, but he doesn't have what LeBron has. Well, KD didn't take this statement lightly, as he clapped back with some criticism on Scottie's game. Didn't the great Scottie Pippen refuse to go into the game for the last second shot because he was in his feelings? His coach drew up the play for a better shooter. This guy Scott also wanted to enjoy the summer, so he chose to rehab during the season. LOL. Yo, at Scottie Pippen. They followed Phil. Not you. Neither of these men are necessarily wrong in their statements, and us as fans know that this is typical KD when beef comes about. KD made valid statements about the things that pertain to Scottie's career and some of the mistakes he made. However, this was unnecessary under these circumstances, as Scottie was simply just giving his perspective and analysis on KD's game and how it differentiates from LeBron. I agree that LeBron's high basketball IQ and floor general mentality allows him to spread the load through his team, which ultimately sets up the teams he plays for success. KD more just outscores the other team and is more selfish in trying to win and putting all the load upon himself. Now, I'm not saying being selfish is a bad thing. Michael Jordan and Kobe were some of the most selfish players ever to walk the earth, and they led their teams to championships, multiple championships. When it comes down to it, though, in today's game, you need two stars to win a series like that. You need a Scottie to your Jordan, and in this case, you needed a Kyrie, and you needed a Kyrie or a Harden. Yes, he and Harden, but they definitely just was not playing to his full potential and full ability, or even his full health, for that matter, as he was playing on just one hamstring, basically. This is why Scottie's next statement outraged me, though. He tweeted that LeBron won a championship without help. Out of all the championships, LeBron, I can't think of one where he didn't have at least some sort of help, let alone all-star caliber help. Are you out of your mind? Seriously? Chris Bosh, Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade in Miami, South Beach, 2 championships there. Then you got Kyrie and a pretty solid Kevin Love still in Cleveland. And then now you have Anthony Davis. Come on, man. Does that not help? All of these players were/are all-stars and were serious contributors during those championship runs that LeBron had. Scottie, you were right about KD and your analysis of him not being able to use his team as well and orchestrate a true offense through one person, as he is just an offense by himself. But you were oh so wrong about this. And LeBron, like, how he had help. There's no denying his help that he had. Immense sidekicks and teammates in those championship runs. But what you're even more wrong about is what you just said as of most recent in calling Phil Jackson a racist. Not one, not MJ, not Kobe, not Shaq, not anyone coached by Phil Jackson has ever felt any social injustice or racial profiling against them. There is no backup evidence to your outlandish claim, and you just gotta pipe down a little bit. You're getting a little too ahead of yourself and making statements you shouldn't have to make. And first of all, when you were thinking back to that time when you sat yourself, you didn't get pulled out of the game. You sat yourself, and then ultimately the last shot was given to a different shooter. You apologized for the way you treated your team, and you apologized to, most importantly, Phil Jackson. So now, all these years later, you're coming out and making the statement that he's a racist after you already made a sincere apology on that moment. This is just outrage in the moment, and this is not a normal Scottie Pippen that I'm seeing. And these statements just need to dial down, and you need to refocus in on what you're saying. And because this is just a really outlandish claim that I'm truly appalled by, and I'm sure that NBA world and Phil Jackson himself is honestly surprised by. So, hope you all enjoyed the take. We may get more Scottie Pippen outlandish claims and some other comments, of course, on Twitter. Crazy tweets that he'll tweet out, and we'll get all the reaction from the world about. But no controlling this man's mouth, because he's going to spit off some crazy stuff, and we'll just have to analyze and see what exactly it is coming our way, because we can't really expect it. Hope you all enjoyed. You can catch it all on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and or YouTube, and I will see you all in the next one. Have a great one.